Welcome back to the deep dive. You've brought us another really interesting source today. And you know the mission. We take these sources, dig in, and pull out those key insights for you. Today, it's the grammar of past actions. Sounds a bit dry, maybe, but there's this one idea inside. A single grammatical point that, well, it seems to unlock a lot about storytelling. So the question is, how can one tense tell us so much about narrative, about, how we even understand the past? Okay, let's unpack this.
It's fascinating, isn't it? Because the grammar of past actions, it's not just some dusty textbook. It really lays out how our language shapes how we perceive time, how we build stories. And yeah, like you said, even one little line from a source like this can have these, well, profound implications.
Exactly. That's what these deep dives are all about, right?
Yeah,
Finding that nugget. You see something that looks like just a basic rule, but then you look closer, and suddenly it changes how you read, how you listen, maybe even how you tell your own day's events. It's that shortcut to really getting it, Those aha moments.
yeah, and this source really gets straight to it. It puts it very simply. Simple past storytelling grammar, finished past actions. That's the line.
Right.
Short, but incredibly powerful when you think about it.
Okay, hold on. Storytelling grammar.
Mm-hmm.
That phrase itself, it's not just descriptive grammar, it's implying a function.
Precisely. It links the simple past tense directly to the act, the craft
Mhm.
of telling a story. It's saying this isn't just one tense among many, it's somehow fundamental to narrative,
Mm.
the engine, sort of.
The engine, I like that.
Yeah.
And that second part, finished past actions, that feels like the key to that engine, right? The fuel.
Absolutely crucial, yes. Because the simple past signals actions that are done, over, complete. They have a clear boundary in the past, and it's that sense of completion, that finality, that's what lets a story move forward. It gives it that momentum. Think about it like links in a chain. Each completed action is a link. The knight drew his sword, clink, he faced the dragon, clink, he struck the beast, clink.
Yeah.
Action is finished, pushing us to the next one.
Right, so it creates that sequence. This happened, then this happened, then that happened. It's not wishy-washy like was happening or something that might still be connected to the present. It's definitively past.
Exactly. Definitive is a good word. It establishes clear steps. If you're trying to tell a story only with, say, the past continuous, imagine that. The knight was drawing his sword, he was facing the dragon. You'd feel stuck, wouldn't you?
Yeah, you'd be waiting for something to actually happen, for the action to conclude.
Right. So the simple past provides that conclusion for each step.
Mhm.
That lets us build cause and effect, understand the sequence, build a plot that actually goes somewhere from A to B to C.
Okay, so if simple past is the workhorse, the main engine, do good storytellers ever, like, deliberately switch gears, use other tenses to shake things up, or how do the others fit in?
Oh, absolutely. That's where the artistry comes in. Think of the simple past as the main melody carrying the story forward, but other tenses add the harmony, the texture.
Oh.
So the past continues. He was drawing his sword while the dragon was roaring. That sets the scene, right? Background action.
Context.
Exactly. Context around the main completed actions. Or the past perfect, he had polished his shield before he left the castle. That clarifies things that happened before the main simple past sequence starts.
Ah, so it helps order events that aren't strictly linear in the telling.
Precisely. They add depth, layers. But the simple past, that's still the spine. It's what drives the plot ahead.
So it's interesting. The choice of tense isn't just about time. It's about how we feel the event. Simple past makes it feel solid,
Yeah.
real, finished.
Yeah, finished and perhaps objective. Because it marks the action as complete, separate from the now, it often carries this weight of a factual recounting. It's why histories, news reports of past events, even epic myths rely so heavily on it. It anchors the narrative, makes it feel established.
Right. Okay, so let's pull this together. What does this really mean for you listening?
I think the big insight here, the revelation from this deep dive, is just how powerful that simple past tense is. It's not just grammar you learned in school, it really is storytelling grammar. Because it signals those finished past actions, it's basically the engine driving the story forward. It creates that feeling of progression.
Yeah, and connecting that to the bigger picture, understanding this stuff, the function of these structures. It's not just for, language nerds or writers. It helps anyone who wants to really get communication to be a sharper reader or listener, or even just to tell your own stories better, make your own experiences clear and compelling. It really shows how deep the connection is between language and how we perceive reality, how we structure narratives. That's a great point. It shapes our reality. So here's something to think about after this. The next time you're reading a story you can't put down, or maybe just telling a friend about your day, Pay attention to those verbs. Notice how often the simple past pops up. And ask yourself, what does that reliance on completed actions tell you about what makes a narrative move? About what gives it power? Really makes you think. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive. Hope it sparks some more digging on your end.